Good morning, everybody. Joy here. Yes, I'm still here. I still exist. Thanks so many of you for your sweet comments asking me how I am and where I've been, etc. I really did make some videos when I was at my other house. This one has whipped cream in it, you guys. I really did make some videos. I tried to do a tutorial on how to make these awesome little things. And as you know, if you've been reading my blog, I've been posting on my blog, you guys. Go over to Joyful-Expressions and see my baby. He is adorable. But he came over like 4 days in a row because I like begged. And so his daddy'd bring him to me and I could keep him for 4, 5, 6 hours, however long I wanted. But so I would like do a clip on this day before lunch, and then I'd do a clip when Luke went home, and then I'd do a clip the next day, and then I'd do a clip when Luke went home. And so then I tried to put all these clips together. It was such a mess. Such a mess. You wouldn't have been able to watch it without a stiff drink, let me tell you. So, I promise I won't talk about these anymore. Go to my blog and there's a link. You click on it and it will take you to Rhonda's video on how to make these. I've made 6 of them. I've got 1 more to make. This one has a whole pocket in the back. This one and the others I sewed down the middle and it has 2 pockets in the back. You could do 3, 4, however many you want. You could divide it up so each one was 1/2 inch, 1 inch, whatever you guys want. But they are wonderful. This is the one Rhonda made that she sent me. And this is one of the 6 I made. And actually there's another one here. Hold on. Let me run so you can see all 3 of them together. How fun they are. Ta-da! Actually, this is the part that I figured out, my lightning fast mind, that you all would love to know too. Look at the pins. Can you see the pins? Cover up your face, Joy. See the pins? When you have the thick batting, I use wool batting, and you can just put your pins up here like it was a pin cushion. Now if you do that, they'll fall over and the stuff will fall out. Try not to knock them over, but oh my gosh, they are just the coolest little thing. And if you remember, the girl where Rhonda first saw this had her cell phone in the back pocket. But I've got scissors, nail files, I've got screwdrivers, tweezers, the little thing that Philly's son-in-law made me, the seam ripper with a nice wooden handle. How nice is that? No, he doesn't make them for everybody. I got one because Philly loves me. And this little, if you have a little thing like on a pen, you can just put it over the side. This thing that Philly also got me, but the end broke off. It had this little rubber tip thing and it broke off. And where's my purple thing? I have one of those purple things somewhere. I think it's back here. It is. See your purple thing? Yes, you can just stick it right in there. And there it is. So, pins, scissors, screwdrivers, everything. Brushes. Oh my gosh, it's wonderful. So, I don't think I've given Terry one yet. Have I given Terry one yet? I think I'll give her number 7 when I get it made. Okay, because Terry has to have one of everything I have. Did you want to know what day this is? This is the day the Lord has made, and the date is Tuesday, February 6, I wrote it down. Lady that said write stuff down. February 6, 2018. So, I worked all day yesterday, actually worked late, and so I'm taking today off and I'm going back to work tomorrow. But remember me telling you about the Crumbs, you guys? Remember I told you that I was watching Missouri Star Quilt Company? That's what I do almost every day now. And she was talking about how a fun thing she loves to do is called Crumbs. And everybody in the business brings her their scraps and she just sews them together until she has enough to cut a 10-inch square. So I was going to show you, I have 1, 2, 3, 10-inch squares. And so how fun. My plan is to put a 10-inch plain square on top of the 10-inch crumb square, and then mark the big X on it, and then sew it like it tells you to sew, and then you end up with 4 half-square triangles out of each one of these. I think that's right. And so then I can build a quilt, because you can make 1,000 quilt patterns out of half-square triangles. So I'm real excited about that. I just love it. Terry just brought me a huge bag. What did I do with it? Oh, I think I left it downstairs. But she just brought me a huge bag full of scraps. You know, she made me the Bargello quilt, the queen-size Bargello quilt. Well, a lady saw it on Terry's Facebook and said, I want one. She wanted to buy that one. And Terry said, no, that one's Joy's. So she just made another queen-size Bargello, and she gave me all the scraps from it. So I tell you what, I am so crumb ready. I'm crummy. So let me see. You guys know that I was able to find another lady. You know, God is so good, and He's so talented, and He's so amazing the way He arranges things. I mean, it is just phenomenal how I haven't had to hardly do anything to get excellent help from my mother. I had Doreen, as you know, and she's an RN, but Doreen has another full-time job. She leaves here at 3 o'clock, Monday through Friday, and goes to the home health care place where she works, and she works there 40 hours a week. She has no husband. That's all I can say. But I wasn't able to leave or go anywhere. After 3 o'clock, I had to leave the store at 2:30 to be home at 3 o'clock, and I didn't have anybody on the weekends. Well, we hired this lady at our store. We actually hired her to clean. Did we hire her to clean? No, we hired her to make phone calls for one of our girls. She has to call doctors and call patients. And so she came in to do that. Well, she was talking to me one day and said that she used to own a cleaning business. And I went, oh, a cleaning business? We need a cleaning lady. So she started cleaning our store every week. And so then, of course, I'm always yakety, 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 yak, and I know, oh my God, I'm shocked. No. I'm always yakety yak to the employees, and I was talking about my mom and how I was really needing somebody else to take care of her. And she just came in and she said, I can do that. I'm a CNA, and I used to work at a nursing home, and I've taken care of all kinds of old people, and I just love to do it. So her name's Peggy. And so, like yesterday, I wanted to work late at the store, so Peggy came here at 3, so Doreen could leave, and Peggy was here till 7 o'clock last night when Jerry and I got home from working at the store and having our dinner. And so, not only that, Peggy worked an entire 7 days. This is why I haven't been around. I was at my other house and with my baby, but the reason I got to go without my mother is because, hold on, sorry about that. Sneezy wheezy as usual. Anyway, the reason I was able to go without my mother was because I had Peggy for not only 3 o'clock on, but all the way through the night if I needed her. But as it turned out, Doreen went to her other job, and then at 10 o'clock at night she would come back here and she'd stay all night with Mother until 3 o'clock the next day. And it was just awesome. My mother never even called me. I would call and she didn't even want to talk to me. It's like, I don't need you. And I want you to know that yes, I told my mother we were going. I asked my mother if she wanted to go with us, and Mother said, no, please don't make me go. I like this house better. Let me stay here. So for those of you who are thinking, why didn't you take her with you? She doesn't want to go up there. She doesn't like it up there. And her other kids never come to see her anyway when she's up there. So this is where she's comfortable. This is where some of the furniture from her own home is. This is where the pictures from her own home are. And this is where, you know, when you have dementia, you have to have a very small life. A small place. And everything has to be the same every day. Your schedule has to be. I have to tell you something so funny. My mother does the same thing every single day. She comes out for breakfast, has her shake. She goes back in her room, puts her feet up on her bed. This is after the aides get her dressed and bathed and everything, her bed made. And she puts her feet up on her bed and she watches TV till lunchtime. Lunchtime we go get her, she comes out, she eats her lunch. After lunch she goes back in her room, she puts her feet up on her bed, she watches TV all afternoon. At 2 o'clock, she used to come out in the kitchen for her Oreo snack. She'd have 3 Oreos and a cup of hot tea. And then she got so she forgot about that. So we were kind of having to remind her. And then she had something else that she decided to do at 4 o'clock every day. So then at 5, I'll go get her and say, Mom, supper's ready. Come help me set the table. And she can help me set the table if I like say, okay, here's the plates. And I lay them on the table and I say, you can put the plates around. And then I'll like hand her all the silverware. And I'll put it on the table and say, here's the silverware. You can put the silverware around. And of course she does it like I do it because she's the one that taught me how to do it. So, and then I'll put the glasses, but I'll tell her to just put the glasses on the table and then I'll fill them up with water later. So she can do that. So she'll help me do that. I'll get dinner ready. I'll put it on the table. She'll eat. Well, then it's back into her room and she will change into her pajamas and brush her teeth and get her robe on and sit in her chair and watch TV till she goes to bed at night. Okay, so this is her schedule. So I was up here in my room as I am. When I'm up here in my room and Mom's downstairs, I go and I check on her every 30 minutes. And if I get a feeling, I think I need to go check on Mom, or if I hear a noise. And so I'm up, down, up, down, up, down the stairs. So anyway, I was up here the other day. I was finishing this quilt I'm getting ready to show you. And all of a sudden she came walking in the door. And she said, oh, Joy, I'm so glad I found you. I have something to tell you. I said, well, come in, Mom. And I bring her across the room and I sit her down at the table and I put her in her chair and I'll get her some Oreos and get her some water and sit her down and she'll say, oh, she said, I just had the most amazing idea. She said, excuse my voice, you guys. She said, I have decided that I am in a terrible rut. And so she said, I have completely changed my schedule. I said, oh, you have? She said, yes, I have, and it was about 4 o'clock. And I said, you have? You've changed your schedule? I said, well, then do you think you could do your Oreos now instead of at 2 o'clock? She said, yes. She said, I'm absolutely changing everything. So anyway, I got her Oreos and her water and everything. I just thought that was so, so cute. But anyway, let me see. I was gone for a week. You know about that. You know how I got to leave. I've got things written down. I have a little note over here. Oh. Guess who's coming to visit their great-grandma? Yes, my baby Luke. His mama called the other day, or she texted me and said, would it be okay if we came up there on the 16th? And so she has been waiting for Luke to be 3 months old because her mom told her that a baby needs to be 3 months old before they go out in public because it takes that long for their antibodies to be built up. So that's wonderful, and praise God forevermore that Lauren can take advice from other people. So he will be 3 months old on the 14th, and so they're coming to my house on the 16th. So how amazing is that? Will there be pictures? Will there be videos? Of course. It's the Pope Catholic. Okay, what else do I have to show you? I finished the basket quilt, you guys. And if you've already been to my blog, Joyful Dash Expressions, there's pictures of it there, but I'm going to take the camera off of the tripod and I'm going to go over there and see if I can get a decent picture of it for this video, okay? Hold on 1 second. Okay, now, with my eye, not looking through the camera, I can see the quilting really good on this. So I'm hoping that you can. The quilt pattern, not the pattern for making the quilt, but for the thread on top of it, the quilting thread on top of it, I used an edge-to-edge from My Creative Stitches called Lucy's Edge to Edge. And I am just so pleased with the way it turned out. Let me see if I can remember which button is the close-up button. Sorry, you guys. I don't usually, oh, there, you can see it. See? Isn't that a nice pattern? Oh my goodness. I just love it. I really love the pattern. So this is going to be on the bed, on the queen size bed that's upstairs here. Oh, I just think it is so nice. I love the way the pattern kind of looks like I did it by hand all the way around those rows. It is just awesome. In my opinion, everything on my videos, as my sister says, it's all about you. Well, I don't know who her videos would be about, but yes, my videos are all about me. So, as I said, it's a queen size. And even though it's not really my colors, other than the roses and the pinks and the reds, it's more fall colors. I love it. I love it, I love it. I just think it turned out so good. No, I don't have it bound yet. Okay, let me go put this back on the tripod, and I'll tell you a really good tip about wool batting. You guys remember my Bargello? This is going on the long arm next, maybe today. Maybe today. Terry actually had to turn this into a queen after it was a lap size, because I told her I'd buy it from her if she made it a queen. And so that's why the points don't repeat. But when it's on the bed and this hangs down, it looks perfect. I don't know, maybe that's the way it would have turned out anyway. I don't know. But somebody on Facebook asked her why the pattern didn't repeat. But it is just gorgeous. Now, I was with Terry at Fabric Fanatics when she bought all the fabric for this. So I knew I loved the fabric. I knew that right off the bat. So, this is my Bargello. It's also a queen size. It's also going on a bed. I don't have any more walls, so everything's going to have to be queen or king from now on. But how gorgeous is this fabric? Look up close and you can see how it's batiks. Cameras and video cameras just don't do fabric justice. Okay, I'm back. I told you I'd tell you a tip about wool batting. I don't usually use wool batting. It's a little more expensive. I don't really care about that. But for some reason, when I first ordered batting in the great big giant rolls, I ordered polyesters and 80-20 cotton. And I had huge rolls of it, so I've been using it for years and years and years. Well, they had a sale at Quilter's Dream, and it was so much off if you bought a whole case of something. So I bought a whole case of wool batting. And so I used it for this quilt. Well, when I've used the poly and I've used the cottons, I've never had a problem with the bobbin case getting all filthy and dirty. I quilted the first 3 rows, and you can see this design is really dense, tons and tons of thread. Row 1, perfect. Row 2, perfect. Row 3, perfect. Row 4, and I was putting a brand new bobbin in every row. Row 4, the thread kept breaking and breaking and breaking. So I loosened the tension a little bit, got over to almost 3/4 across the quilt, and it broke again. And I thought, what the heck is going on? I better look at the bottom of the quilt and see if there's a problem. Oh my heavens. I looked at the bottom of the quilt and it was a mess. For those of you who quilt, you know what eyelashes are on the bottom of the quilt, and there was long eyelashes, oh, all over the place. It's just horrible. I thought, how do people quilt for customers? I would be so broke. So I actually spent 3 hours ripping out that whole row. But when I looked in the bobbin case, it looked like it had snowed wool fuzz. It was just packed with wool batting. I was shocked, absolutely shocked. So I brushed it all out, blew it all out, washed it all out, oiled it, started over, and the next rows. And I checked every time, believe me, to make sure they were sewing right. And all the rest of it sewed out just right. So anyway, just a note, word to the wise, wool batting makes a lot of fuzz in the bobbin case. So check on that. And look what I found to show you. My bags of scraps. Ta-da! For my crumbs. Look at, some of them are really big. I probably won't use the big ones. But anyway, I'm so excited. I have so many projects. Oh, and you know who's coming? Adorable darling Luke. And so I think I'm going to start a quilt for him, a real fast crib quilt, because I put up my portable crib and I need a quilt for it. So I think I may start that since I'm home today. I think I could make it, maybe it's applique, I think maybe I could make it in a day and then quilt it in a day and then bind it in a day. And this is Tuesday, so if I can get it made and quilted, then I can bind it on the weekend. And then by the next weekend when he comes, is that when he's coming? I think so. Anyway, that's my next project, along with about a million others. Let me check my notes. Is there anything? Oh, one more thing I wanted to tell you. You know Jenny Doan from Missouri Star Quilt Company. Her recent I think it was recent. It might not be recent. Sometimes she'll say, this is the deal of the day. It's 49% off. And if you scroll down at the bottom, it'll say, if you buy this deal of the day, you can make this quilt with it. So I don't know if it was that or if it's one of her new videos. It might be a new video. But it's called Card Trick. And she shows an easy way to make card trick. And I just love it. So, I'm telling you, I had to order, I think it was the 10-inch layer cakes, or whatever you call them, and the pattern, because I want to make that card trick quilt exactly like she did, because I love bright colors, and she made it all in bright colors, and I just love it. So I want to make that too. So check out the card trick quilt and see if you guys don't want to make it too. Okay? So, I've got to go. I want to get this uploaded, downloaded, whatever, ready to upload all night long because I'm back in Kingston. But thank you all for being there. Thank you for all your notes to my mother. Thank you for all your cards to my mother. And thank you for all your comments. And I'll be back soon. Bye.